Taurus.
Hello Taurus, this is your December forecast for 2016, and listen, we have a long list with beautiful aspects taking place here this month, so you have a lot to look forward to and to be excited about. Now listen, November really set you up to all the to-do things that you were preparing. You had a great relationship month with a lot of focus on it, but now it's more the sharing of your intimate levels, how you're thinking, feeling in depth with your partner. You're looking at the resources that you share together and how this can actually grow a deeper layer to your relationship. Now we have the Sun and Mercury both in the sign of Sagittarius, and that gives us an uplift because that Sagittarian energy is so happy-go-lucky, it's playful, it's expressive, and it's freedom-loving in so many ways too. So you might be figuring out how you could be sharing on this level here in a new way. It's an annual tour that both the Sun and Mercury does take in this portion of your chart. And right now, this year, we have Saturn there as well, which makes it different from other years. Saturn is really wanting to secure your relationship. It's wanting to, or feeling it wants to, look at the monetary side of your relationship as well, whether you could create some investments together. Some of you might be looking into those areas and making plans for how you want 2017 to look like. Now recall though that Mercury will be going retrograde this month here on the 19th straight through January 8th of 2017. And so when we're thinking about holiday shopping for Christmas, well, try to get it all done prior to the 19th, okay? So shop early, you will get not just good deals, but you will have secure gifts, okay? Especially those things that have moving parts and anything electronic and so forth. You want to avoid that. So don't do last minute shopping this year. We have also Mars here moving through the area of Aquarius. For you, that is your career area. And so already in November, you could see how this area was picking up for you. Not just the nuts and bolts of it, but your dynamic energy was more so focused on wanting to get ahead, maybe create a new network perhaps, that will not just pass through this month, but it will carry even into January when we speak about networking and so forth, because then Mars will have gone into your 11th house for groups and organizations. So I can see how you're carving a path now that's going to behoove you for the next 2 years till Mars comes back. It's also all about thinking in new ways, new concepts. That's what the Aquarian energy tries to teach all of us here this month as it's passing through this sign, and it's being original, daring to trust yourself, trust your vision. Venus is currently then in Capricorn, 9th house for you, so I can see how you might be thinking about those who live afar, okay, out of state, out of country. Some of you might be packing up and traveling to celebrate this Christmas out of country or at a different state. And it's a great time because Venus really wants to secure the relations, especially because it is at distance for you, and it is ruled by Saturn. And here for you, I feel it's taking the energy of the heart and rooting it together. It's getting all your chakras aligned here to express the contact, express the love. Sometimes we are very verbal about how we feel and how we relate with those far away. At other times it becomes that much more heartfelt. And that's what you're going to be feeling here this December. However, Venus won't be staying with us for the whole month. It will be moving into your career house a little bit later in the month, and then it will be meeting up where Mars currently is And this will allow you to also put some of that love into your career, thinking ahead how you would like 2017 to unfold for you. And yeah, we have Jupiter still cruising in your 6th house. And I can see how so many of you, and I hear from so many of you too, how you see this area starting to unfold. And it really has to do with you looking at your routines. Are you efficient enough? You know, where do you have all this dead time or dead space that's actually just draining your energy? What Jupiter is doing with its gravity, it's pushing away those things to behoove you, helping you to move out all the cobweb so that you could actually come to find brilliant spaces for expansion. This will also affect your health. You might be feeling that much more exuberant in your energy and more balanced. A lot of you are starting off on new regimes as far as working out, yoga, those kind of things that can also lift body, mind, and spirit. And you can thank Jupiter for doing that for you. If we're not aware, and this is the area of our health, think about Jupiter also expanding the waistline, right? Because it will just want to take in if we're not using the energy, and then of course we'll grow here. Something to keep in mind. Listen, we have the full moon here this month on the 13th. Taurus, for you, that full moon is in your 2nd house. So that's the stage that's going to be illuminated for you. Pay attention to what's taking place on the 13th. There could be an extra bonus or something coming in here that's going to really set you off and you'll be happy for. On the 28th, we have the new moon, which is going to be in your sister sign of Capricorn, which is up in the 9th house. And so this is the day that we put down our monthly intentions that have the power to linger with us for a full year. And so your intention should be focused on higher goals, spirituality, perhaps long distance travel, wanting to go and meet those family and friends that live at distance. So this is where the new moon can work for you. So let's take a look at how the month starts. And for you, Taurus, here, absolutely fantastic. Mars, which is your drive, your goals, your ambitions, fueling up here with a beautiful golden trine to Jupiter. Doesn't get better than that, because we know how generous Jupiter is when she's happy. And Mars here, that's your drive, your energy. It's like obtaining a certain goal that you have worked for. Jupiter being in your 6th house, your work house, Mars being in your career house. Well, here, great news to be received here on the 1st. Better yet, that same Mars is also powering up with Saturn, securing a new contract or renewing an older contract, but it's really setting you up with security so that, and of course, being Taurus, that's very important for you. But Saturn here, it has to do with royalties, commissions, and so forth, and investments by all means. This is between your 8th house and your 10th house. So I could see maybe there could be some extra benefits coming to you here from your career that can add to your security. On the 6th, Mars will also line up with Uranus, so there's an additional surprise. So we can see that the whole first week is like boom, boom, boom. Things just lining up like ducks in a row. Everything that has to do with expansion, security, and getting things in order for you to be like this Sputnik, because think about Mars energy. Uranus is very much about energy as well. I can see how things are going to start speeding up. That's what Uranus does when he's active. So I'm thinking you're going to hold on some concept that you've been holding for a while, actually, because Uranus has been transiting your 12th house, and so that's what is working behind the scene. Mars now is going to initiate it and take some actions on feeling. It has to do with what you want to change up in your career. On the 9th, the Sun, which represents you here in your 8th house, is lining up with Jupiter. So this is a day where you're feeling very generous, a great day to go out and about shopping, Sometimes though, when Jupiter is so well aligned, it becomes overly optimistic, and you might go out and buy huge presents, or maybe more, or even multiple presents to your certain loved ones, just because your heart is just radiating with that generosity here today. But it's a day to receive great news as well. And then we have the 10th, where Mercury, your communication or your way of thinking, lines up with Neptune, your hopes, dreams, visions. Now here is a blend which is opening up your vision of where you're heading, what it is you want. I see you perhaps even downloading some inspirational thought that you will take action on in the following day on the 10th. So whatever that thought on the 10th may be, I see the action you're taking to secure it on the 10th is going to be monumental. This could really initiate something of a whole new one-year cycle for you. I feel it could have to do with investments or monies that you're putting away, or how you're wanting to save something, since your 8th house also is involved here. On the 11th, more good news coming in. I see you just being very open, very charismatic on this day. You might be very lucky in some sort, wherever that luck may come from for you. But it's a day where I feel that is just going to send you off on new heights, and also you might have a very inventive thought today. With Uranus, typically we can see that we can come up with change of action, change of plan. In this sense, this is positive change because it's going to expand for you. Then we're going to have a little bit of rest and peace there between the 11th and the 24th. Not saying that not much is happening. Of course, the moon is always creating all these aspects on a daily basis that we never do list here, but you can get that in your Astro Weekly. But on the 24th, and here we are coming up on the holiday, Mercury is retrograde right now. Well, it comes in with Saturn and Uranus in a beautiful trine. It just means that everything is coming together. It feels great, and spirits are really high and beautiful. Coming in on the 25th, which is Christmas Day, celebration for the Americans. In Europe, it is on the 24th. So both these days here, they are just opening up, very beautiful this holiday. Venus and Jupiter is full of surprises, and I'm feeling that the gifts this year, like I mentioned when we were out and about shopping, is a year where there's so much of plentifulness and beautiful objects and great quality, and it's just a generous time here. On the 25th, we also have Venus making beautiful aspects to Uranus and Saturn both. So what are we getting? Venus to both Jupiter, Uranus, and Saturn. So there's going to be lots of good food, great harmony, and the atmosphere is wonderful among you and your family members, and a celebration to be remembered for a long time yet to come. You might even do things that are a little bit different, or add in something new to your traditional way of celebration. That's that Uranian factor, but also coupled with the traditional factor, which is the Saturnian part of it. On the 26th, Jupiter and Uranus, they are opposed to one another. So in fact, it might just want to log out and just relax. And that is probably because there's been so much of plentifulness with foods and so forth that you're just wanting to relax on the 26th. 27th though, yes, we have Mercury and the Sun. This is kicking you into action mentally. That is what Mercury is. And then we have Mars too coming in here with Mercury also kicking into action. So the 27th can be a very, very busy day to get back up and running, getting all your to-do lists settled in, and maybe some of you might need to go back and change up your gifts or whatnot. So we have that being very busy for those of you who are shop owners. And then we have, of course, the 28th, that new moon in your 9th house. Remember, it's the day of your intentions to be brought in. And then here comes the beauty of lining up towards your New Year's celebration. This is the Sun and Neptune. And the sun is you, Taurus, and Neptune is what you dream, it's what you envision. So this year I feel that you have this intuitive feeling that 2017 is going to be different, special to you. So I could see how this vision is opening up. But then we also have Mars and Neptune conjuncting. So this is the action you're taking on as far as wanting to pursue your dream. But the New Year's celebration, when we have the beauty of Mars and Neptune, well, that could be just very, not just nice, beautiful, and harmonious, but also the first step taking into the new year of 2017 with direct conscious action, right? For some of you, just want to be careful maybe with water and those kind of things. That could be the weather. Neptune rules rain, it rules the ocean, it rules the rivers, it even rules snow. So maybe we could see there would be a lot of weather or snow here this new year. So listen, guys, have a wonderful holiday celebration, and I'll see you in January.